Let's bring in Michael Allen, former National Security Council member under President Bush. He's now a managing director at Beacon Global. That was interesting to me, to be reminded that there are probably more documents where this came from, Michael?
Yeah, I think so. It would be hard to believe that the leaker, or the spy as it is, would have only access and only possess one slide deck from the Joint Chiefs of Staff at the Pentagon. So I think it's a reasonable assumption that there's more out there. And Dana, as you know, this hurts us with our allies. It's undermined the Ukrainians because we've telegraphed to the Russians that they have weaknesses in their air defenses. And this lets the Russians and our adversaries know about the holiest of the holies, which is sources and methods. The Russians now know we're onto them. They're trying to plug a leak. They're trying to figure out if we have a spy in their operation, or they're trying to figure out how the National Security Agency may have hacked into a computer or tapped a phone. So this is bad all the way across the board, and we have a lot of work to do to clean this mess up.
But, Michael, do we have a spy in our operations?
Yeah, that's obviously the case. We have someone who was able to, I think, leak this particular document. It doesn't appear to be a hack by the Russians as much as it does a hard copy that somehow got out of the building and was posted later to the internet. Or it was given to the Russians, who posted it as a means by which to sort of send us back counter disinformation, as it were.
I'm trying to figure out who does this leak benefit, right? Can you tell?
I think it benefits the Russians because, one, it talks a lot about Ukrainian capability and how much staying power that the United States forecasts that they have. And it also lets the Russians know that, hey, you know what, the CIA or the Defense Intelligence Agency has terrific sources within the GRU, which is the Russian military intelligence agency, and that's made them go on a huge plumbing operation, if you will, figure out how to stop the leaks, figure out how we might have hacked into their computer system, and they'll put a stop to it, and then our policymakers, our war fighters, will know less about what the Russians are up to, and over time, that degrades the effectiveness of the United States worldwide.
Last question. The documents and the write-ups that I've read would seem to indicate that Ukraine is going to fall behind in the next month or so because they don't have enough equipment, they don't have enough people. And with that kind of information, do you know if that was about a month ago when those documents came out? Is that still true? And what can we expect in terms of our support for Ukraine? But if they are facing a defeat, what then?
Well, two things. One, I think it undermines the Biden administration's policy because it sort of proves that they have been piecemealing military assistance to the Ukrainians and unnecessarily prolonging the war. So on the whole, I think it means that we need to rush things to the Ukrainians even faster.
Michael Allen of Beacon Global, thank you, and we'll stay in touch.
Thank you.